So here we are. Whoop. Here we are on campus. Oh, look. Say hello. Say hello. Say hello. Say hello. There we go. So we're on campus, taking a quick lunch break walk. I think all 12 of my subscribers know I work on Mondays during the COVID pandemic, and then Tuesday through Friday work remotely from home. So I'm on site almost the full day. I arrive just before 7 and stay until about 5. And during this time when we're really alone here in these buildings, even though they're secured with card access technology, I just like to have a dog with me. So I brought the big derp with me so that he could get to know the campus life, and he could get to know all the sights and sounds, and all the, like the big truck that just went by and the big machines that we go by as well. He loves to see the people, which was what I saw in him originally as having great therapy dog personality, a great therapy dog personality. So we just continue that. He woke up from his nap and wants to play, so the fix for that is a quick walk around the building. And we played in that field that's over my shoulder. You can't really see it. It looks like the sun sort of blotted it out, but it's a beautiful field, and we sort of played catch around in the field. So so the cure for not napping properly is a lot of exercise to drain that energy. So here he meets when we first got here, our very first day last week, he saw this wolf statue, and he was like not excited about it, but today he doesn't care anything about it, just like he should. And that's how you socialize a dog, is you expose them to lots of stuff, and you show them that's not going to hurt them. So he's doing really well. We just walked by some people with food. He's barking a little bit at people that are walking their dogs, not the people, he's barking at the dogs, but we're working to kind of deal with that. So it's Monday, September 21st, I think. And this is the campus socialization of Norman, who is much better about loving the camera than Rin ever was. So so I just wanted to share that with you, the fun vlog for this week, or for today. I don't know. I just post them when the logging is sort of on my heart. So just wanted to check in with you. It's good to see you. Bye. I advise using a crate when you have two dogs that both need training and need your undivided attention. It allows one to have big chunks of time with you and the other to rest. Okay, so what we're working on today is sorry, just trying to listen to something in my other ear, which I clearly can't do. So today we're working on foster dog Finn's impulsivity that is contributing to his fear issues and his fear aggression. Let's just be honest. He's having some issues with fear aggression. He's a very fearful dog from never having humans ever treat him with anything other than lots and lots of neglect and abuse, and never giving him a trustworthy moment in his life. So he's developed a little bit of some issues. I won't go all into it, but we're working on those issues. That's what we do in this rescue, in most rescues. We rescue, we rehab, and we rehome. And so right now, we're working on the rehab side for Finn. So working with a board and train trainer, sort of remotely, she's booked like all great trainers are. So we're doing some in-home exercises, and today's exercise is about an impulse. Norman, what you doing? One sec. What you doing?
Yeah, are you playing with your collar? I know that's a little way.
Okay, sorry. So I remember telling y'all that I didn't like an empty house, and so I have a really full house now. I don't know how y'all do it with dogs and kids and husbands and spouses or whatever it is that you have in your life. Once you have more than one dog or more than one kid, you need like 4 extra hands and 3 extra sets of eyes. So at any rate, what we're working on today with Finn, every day we're working on just trust and communication, some commands. He already has a sit command, sit for resources. So he sits for water bowl, he sits for food bowl, he sits for the door to be open. And we're adding on to the sitting for the door to be open, we are adding a wait at the open door command, which is actually something that I had with established with Lynn. So I'm familiar with that procedure, and he is doing very well. Finn is doing very well. He's really smart, y'all. I mean, for all the the failures that humans have presented him with, he has taken those failure moments and he's taken out of them whatever he can. He's super smart. So I think he's just tried to do his best, honestly, with people, even though they've failed him and they haven't been consistent with him. As I said, he's had multiple homes in his 11 months on this planet. So we're trying to provide that consistency. So I don't know if you can see him. There we go. A little more. I know. I'm making weird noises. He's laying down, so I'm gonna reward that. But basically we are working today, this morning in particular. He's doing pretty well, but I can't do any of this with Norman. So one of the tools that I'm using is the crate. The crate allows everyone to just have a peaceful moment. I can concentrate on one without the other sticking their nose in, and then there's a disagreement about who gets the attention. It really is, just like with children, it's about the attention. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at Norman, making sure. He's started doing this amazing technique of sucking in the towel that's underneath the crate. He sucks that in from underneath through the bars of the crate and like rips it to shreds. So I was just looking to see if he was doing that, but he's actually focused on his Kong toy. I always put them in the crate with some kind of reward, either little bits of kibble food for short term or with Kong with some peanut butter in it for a little bit longer term. Okay, so we're gonna come over here and we are going to, actually I'm gonna adjust this. I'm doing this vlog, yes, for me, but also so that I can keep a record of what we're doing, how we're doing it. Let's move this over here. How well he's doing, what he needs improving, and so I can also show the trainer sort of how he's doing and how I'm doing. I also am being evaluated in this process to make sure that we're doing everything right by Finn. Look at that face, so handsome. Okay, sit. Good, sit. Now I'm gonna put a piece of food down, and then I also have food in this hand. This is the reward. This piece of food, I don't know if you can see it, this piece of food is gonna go on the floor, and he needs to leave it until I say that he can have the reward, but the reward is gonna come from me. It's not gonna come off the floor. So I'm gonna put this down. No, sit. Leave it, sit. Leave it, leave it, leave it, no, leave it, sit. Leave it, leave it, good, no, leave it. So you gotta grab it before he does. He's actually doing very well. He's not leaping on it instantly. I'm gonna turn this over to a time lapse so that you can see the process. It'll probably take a half an hour or so to have one successful moment. Dog training takes time, takes lots of time. I did it with Rin, I can do it with this one. This one has got to find his forever home. You gotta keep your bait bag close. This one's gotta find his forever home quickly so he doesn't bond anymore with us. So we're squeezing every moment out of every day to train him. But I'm gonna change over to time lapse during the course of the day and give you some snippets of that so you can see what we're doing. Okay. So what I'm doing with this time lapse video is to show you the exercise that we are doing to help Finn with his impulse control. So part of the process of training a dog is to drain the energy. So draining the energy with Finn, there's Finn. He's come such a long way. He used to run in circles around me. He didn't understand what the leash was for at all. He just ran in circles around me. I literally just did like this lasso, like cowboy move, and I just let him run in circles around me until I finally could drain the energy enough to bring him to a heel, which is where he is now. And you notice the leash is somewhat loose. We're just going by a house with our favorite dog, Bella, in it. Bella was Rin's girlfriend on the street, and they don't need to meet. Finn and Bella don't need to meet yet. And Bella's family's just an extension of my own family. We love them so much. So we're going by Bella's house, and he's not, he's not focusing on her. There was a time we couldn't go by the house without him barking at just the house and the people in the yard, and just crazy mint. So again, draining the energy, a daily walk. Let's see who's behind us. Nope, no one. He tends to look behind us a lot. I think that's a holdover from his days of kind of not knowing who was behind him and what they were doing. We feel like maybe he was teased mercilessly. The light out here is really bad. I know my eyes are looking bad. I'm really looking like one of those horrible sketches of displaced people, displaced persons. And this is another thing he does. So halfway on our walk, a lot of times he'll have to poop. So I've gotten in the habit of bringing my bait bag that has the little poop bag on it. So we're gonna get to that. We have a truck coming, so we'll see how this does. He has been feeling better, so he's been wanting to sort of chase the trucks, and we've been working every day. That's really good. Good boy. Good boy. That's good boy. That was really good. He has come from sort of lunging and chasing and barking to just sitting and barking ferociously to just kind of being interested like you just saw. That is about 3 weeks worth of training, minus 1 week when he was at his first adopter's house. So about 3 weeks he's come to that point for what you just saw. So we're super excited about that. Okay, so we're gonna keep going on our walk, And first we're gonna clean up this little mess in the street. Good morning, everyone. So this week's vlog post is a little bit backwards and patchworky. There are some videos from last week. There are some videos from this morning, some videos from a couple of days ago. So, no. Excuse me one second. Nope, sit. Food motivated. I'm telling you, one of the best training tools in the toolbox. All right. You can't go for too long before their attention breaks at this age. No. Sit. No. Sit. So I'm asking them to hold this sit for as long as they can do it successfully, so that they can understand that they may be asked to sit quietly for a moment before they get the food. And of course, Norman walks away. He's the sweetest boy ever, but he just ain't very smart. He's really not very smart, but he makes up for it in adorableness. Okay, and of course, the troublemaker over here with all the fear problems has come such a long way. He's the one that's still holding the sit. That's a really long time for him, given all of his challenges and all of his worries. Come, Norman, come. Don't you want your cookie? What do you do? Oh, so good. No. So Norman is quite a bit younger than Finn. Nope. And between Finn's first adoption trial, and the 3 weeks that Finn has had with us, Finn's had a total of almost a month of daily ritualized exercises and amateur training. I'm not a professional trainer, and in all that talking, Norman's walked away. But Norman has only had like maybe 2 weeks, a little over 2 weeks, of any kind of training at all. And as I've said, he was found as a stray in the next county over and has had 0 rules, boundaries, limitations, and he's a big dude, so he just kind of throws his weight around and does what he wants. But he's coming a long way. He's just not naturally as smart as Finn. Finn is super smart. He would, if he could get over his fear problems, he could make such a great, successful working dog. He is not a therapy dog, but he could do anything else. He's very smart and food motivated and extremely easy to train. It's just getting over those fear issues. Norman still hasn't had his, come. Good boy, sit. Boy, so I shortened that time a little bit because I want to finish the exercise and finish talking to you. So it's been 3 minutes and 30 seconds, so I want to wrap this up. But I wanted to introduce this week's vlog because it is not so much my vlogging started out with Rin and me and all of our adventures and my learning how to sign and my learning to sign and all of our adventures and all the different places and all the people we got to know. And since Rin's passing, it has changed. My vlogging format has changed to kind of just trying to get through this time, and the foster dog that we are fostering through Southeast German Shepherd Rescue. And nope. Norman. So it has changed. No. It's changed again, as I said. I'm going to try and complete my sentence. I wish I had a professional editor that could like edit out all these bits, but sorry, you have to sit through them for a second. So my vlogging was mostly this summer was focused on pageant and all of the great makeup and hair tips and tricks that I've learned over the years, and being exactly 54 years old, all the tips that you could use as someone who's in their mid-50s or mid-40s or mid-60s, and some makeup and hair tips and tricks. And it has changed over to how to clean up dog poop in your house, and dealing with male dog marking in your house, and your best tools for cleaning all that up. And also now it's changing to somewhat to some very amateur training methods, things that I've done with Finn on the recommendation from a professional trainer who works with the rescue. So there's so much more to say, but I'm not going to say it during this intro because the video has lots of great clips in it. Finn's made amazing progress today. Finn's really interesting in that yesterday he had a really successful morning, not such a great afternoon. And he goes like that. He'll have a great day, he'll make huge strides, and then the next day he will just be, oh gosh, such a jerk. And then the next day, like today, he's been very good, and he's being chased by Norman, as you can see. So thank heavens for the crate. If you're gonna have dogs, you really do need a crate, especially when they're young and you're getting their basic training down. In this video, I have the off-leash remote that I show you. That's the training technique that I use. I also use a little bit of reward as well. I'm gonna put my bait bag, it's Pet and Pet, it's amazing. It's got this for poop, it's got little pockets all over for your phone. Excuse me. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, so disagreeing over who gets to have the Kong. So I've got lots of links for all the dog stuff for this week's vlog post, and again, for all my 15 subscribers, this is mostly for me, so I can look back on it and I can show people the progress that Finn has made, and Norman too. Norman also needs some training stuff. So I'll put all those links down below, and especially the link to this. These people are amazing. You get what you pay for. It's not the least expensive training in the world, but it is, in my opinion, the best. I trained Lynn using the off-leash method, and I'm using that with these guys as well, in addition to another trainer that the rescue uses. So, okay, that's way too much talking. I gotta get to them. So I hope you enjoy it. Let me know.
Morning.
Mwah. So I'm gonna give you too much cleavage there. So today's lesson is, I don't even know what day it is. The week is the week of the 20, let's see. Yeah. This is the week of the 21st, September 21st. And this is the progress that Finn is making. He is making progress. We are definitely having some issues with, well, some issues with every, some issues with every little bit of his training, but that's natural, that's normal. I completely expect that. You should expect that if you're working with your dog on some training skills. Let me just bring the camera up so I don't have to keep giving you the boob shot. So when you're training your dog, and again, I'm not a professional, but I work with professionals. This is the group that I work with. Off-leash canine training. I always get it reversed. I always say like canine off-leash training or off-leash canine blah, blah, blah. I always get it mixed up a little bit. But this is the trainer that we work with, that I've worked with Lynn. I started working with them in 2013. Yeah, 2013. And love them. There's a franchise of this group, I think, in every city in the country. I think there's at least one franchise of this training group in most big cities in North Carolina. I know there's one in Wilmington. I know the trainer down there. There's one in Raleigh-Durham that we work with. There's one out of Winston-Salem, that sort of Winston-Salem, High Point, Greensboro area. I think there's one in Asheville as well. So there is an off-leash canine training group in every region, let's say every region in North Carolina, and I love them. So we are using them. And I really recommend them. I'll put a link to the Raleigh-Durham one and also the Wilmington franchise as well, because I know both of the folks that run those franchises. So getting back to Finn, so this week we have been working on impulse control, and we've been given the rescue that I work with, that I volunteer for, owns Finn right now. So I am only his foster. He lives here and we care for him, and we're teaching him not to be afraid of everything. Well, not everything. He's not afraid of things. He's afraid of people because of the way he was treated when he was a puppy, which he is 11 months old. And so can you imagine people mistreating a little bitty puppy? I mean, the work that we do in rescue so often is work that is, what's the right word? The work that we do in rescue is really rehabilitating dogs from the experiences that they've had with people. I mean, that's just the hard truth. There just are some people in the world that would abuse, neglect, mistreat, tease, injure, torture, the most sacred of all creatures, in my opinion. The dog is a gift from God, and there are some people who would do those terrible things. So we, in rescue, not just the German Shepherd Rescue, but all rescues, work to undo that damage. So we are working with Finn to undo that damage. The rescue is bringing in a trainer. Again, I'll try to find her information and put it in the description box below, but her name is Patsy. She is a professional, and she's been giving us some exercises to work on every day, and we work on them throughout the day, but with purpose. We do a morning and an afternoon session. Just living with the dog throughout the day. You're always working with them a little bit, but actual lessons we do twice a day. So the morning lesson is kind of when I take my tea break and have some toast that you just heard. Have some toast and tea, as they say in the UK, and work on some training with him. So today's lesson is going to be, he just looked up at me like, ooh, lesson, is going to be working with his impulse control. So Finn has some pretty significant fear issues of people, and part of that fear is his experiences, which, you know, he's learned to be impulsive. He's learned to bark and to grumble and to make noise and put his back up and do these things out of fear to push people away, because he doesn't trust most people. And so in that fear behavior comes this extreme attachment to me, because he knows that he can trust me and that I'm a safe person. What we're trying to teach him is to control some of those behaviors so he can find out for himself that there's a lot of good people out there like me who aren't going to abuse him and neglect him and mistreat him, and that he can trust. So all of these exercises go towards the goal of allowing him to trust, to not be impulsive, to learn that he can rewire his brain and have new fun experiences. So this exercise is, I'm gonna move the camera just a little bit so you can see. Let's see, bring it down here a little bit so that you can see. Today's exercise will be about showing Finn that he can wait for his resources. Again, it's an impulse control exercise. We're using the off-leash canine training collar and treats as well in combination. The treat is going to go on the floor and he must wait. Oh, hangnail. He must wait, I know. He also is learning not to get in my face. No, no. Not sure what he's looking at there. Finn? Part of the great fun of training a dog and working with a dog like this is observing what they do and why they do it. There's nothing over there. I'm not sure what he's looking at. Might have been a bug or something. Part of the fun of this is observing them and sort of reverse engineering what they do, why they do it. No, give space, give space, give space, give space. Boy, that's good boy. So I'm gonna reward that. It's just all I've got in here is his kibble that he, no, give space. Good boy. Is his kibble that he eats for supper. So I'm trying not to add too many calories, although he was so sick when we rescued him that he is just now putting on some weight. And so I don't mind giving him a piece or two. So he is giving me space. Again, that is part of that impulse control that you can teach them so that they don't have to be in your back pocket all the time. That's one of Finn's big problems that frustrates me, which that just adds to his frustration, is that he's always right up against me. And after a while, it's not flattering. No, no, no. After a while, it's not flattering. It's just dangerous because I've tripped over him so many times and I step on his little paws and all of that. So you notice this time I asked him, no, I asked him for space and he gave it to me, but I didn't reward it because he shouldn't anticipate when he's going to get that reward. He should just execute the behavior and just execute the behavior like you do with kids. No, no, no. Oh, good boy. So now he's laid all the way down, so I'm going to reward that because he's laid down, plus he's given me the space that I've asked for. So, and again, I'm not a professional. I work with professionals. I pay my own trainer for my own dogs and have for 7 years. And no. And then work with the trainer that the rescue has a relationship with, and she's been really good to us and given us some great, no. Good boy, given us some great exercises. So that's a great deal of space that he's given me, and he's done it a few times, so I didn't reward it every time, but I'm going to reward it now because I want, nope. Because I want him to keep doing that. And also I'm not giving the treat right away. Nope, I'm asking him to give me some space and to hold that so that eventually he'll do that on his own and he'll understand that that's just what you do. I'm asking him for behavior and then he's doing it, and eventually, and it won't take very long with Finn because Finn is extremely intelligent. He's very, very smart. Very smart. He's probably one of the smartest dogs I've ever had. Even Rin, no, back. More space. So I'm going to claim his space so that he's forced to move. So he's really smart. So he's learning this really quickly. So here we go with the exercise. Sorry I've talked so long, but I want to make sure everybody understands what we're doing and why and all of that. Okay. So the exercise is to put a piece of kibble or treat, whatever it is, you can use whatever it is that you use in your house, on the floor. And so I have 2 pieces of kibble. 1 piece goes on the floor and 1 piece I keep to reward him with when he executes the command properly. So watch and see. When he leaves the kibble on the floor, leaves it alone, I will take that up from the floor and then I'll reward him with this one that comes from me, so that he understands that all good things come from me, even if he is executing a command or performing a behavior that he might not want to do. He might not want to leave the cookie. He might not want to give space and leave me alone. But he's going to do it because he knows eventually it's going to lead to a positive experience. Everything positive. Okay, here we go. This is the hardest part of this whole thing, is establishing the leave it, no, leave it, leave it, leave it, no, leave it. Oh, good boy, good boy, good boy. So I told you, he's so smart. I started this training with him on Tuesday afternoon, and he's already getting it. I'm so proud of him. As frustrating as he is with his barking and all of his behaviors that he's doing, I'm just so proud of how smart he is and how quick he learns. If he was here by himself, he would be like amazing, amazing, amazing. He really does need to be an only dog. Come. So I'm using the nose to bring him around. Or he needs to be with a submissive dog or a dog savvy cat and experienced dog people, or people who understand the German Shepherd personality, because they have such interesting personalities. Finn, I tell you, he is just, now what I'm asking him here, I'm talking to you, but he's looking at me and I'm asking him to give me his attention while I'm talking to you, because we could be on the street talking. He should not be up in my back pocket, you know. He shouldn't be faffing about, jumping, leaping, having everything his way, doing these crazy behaviors so that he can do whatever he wants. There should be boundaries, just like you have with kids. When you're talking to another adult, you expect your kid to sit quietly, and they don't always do, I understand, but the expectation and the goal is always there. You have to have goals, okay? All right, so he's given me lots of space and time, so I'm just going to reward that before we go on to the exercise. Okay, sit. So I'm going to put the cookie down. Leave it. I'm going to ask him to leave it. Leave it. Nope. Okay, so I'm going to take it up. Leave it. Leave it. I'm going to have the time be longer and longer and longer so we can hold the leave it. Again, this is impulse control. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Good boy. Sit, sit. No, sit, sit. I know this is forever for him to leave this kibble on the floor. So good. I want to make sure that it's all good. So he's resting. Well, he's not really resting. He's waiting me out to see. So when he looks up at me, good boy. I'm going to give him the cookie. Take up that. Oh, okay. So we're going to keep doing that for the next few minutes. Sorry about the bad lighting. I need some help for my bags. If anybody has a good plastic surgeon. No, okay, so now what I'm doing just then is I was just kind of pushing him out of my space. So what I want him to do is I want him to give me space. No? Good boy. Now he's backed up and he's giving me space. I'm not going to reward that right away because remember I want him, nope. I want him to learn that he should just do what I ask him to do because ultimately it's going to be good for him. It's always going to be the idea. Nope, nope, nope. The idea is that everything that he's doing, no matter what little individual thing he's doing, is going to be good for him. So he's going to always have the knowledge in his heart and mind. Nope, space. Okay, I don't want him behind me. Come around. Come on. Come around. Sit, sit. The knowledge is that he, oh, smells something. He just suddenly looked up in the air. I don't know what that is. Okay. Ultimately, the idea for him and in dog training is that they know, sit. So I'm starting to get a little frustrated. You can hear that in my voice. Okay, he's laying down and he's giving me space. I'm going to go ahead and reward that so we end this one little session on a good note. We're going to continue this. So that from start to finish, that was about 20 minutes of time, and that was me also talking to you and kind of faffing about. I could probably have done that in under 10 minutes for sure, a few cycles of that. So that was a positive session. So I'm going to let him go lay down, and then we'll start up again in an hour or so when I get my toast and some more hot tea. So thank you so much for watching. I'm going to include this in the vlog post that I do for the week, so you'll see all the different things that we do with foster dog Finn. Okay, thanks. So it is afternoon, evening. Oh, it's almost 6 o'clock. In the evening, it's almost 6 o'clock in the evening, and we've remedied the, oh, sorry, I just got off the treadmill. Put a shirt on, Lynn. We've remedied the door closure on the crate with just doing basically the industrial strength bread bag ties. They're just some electrical wire that we twist around the latch to close the crate door, and we leave the twist edge outside so that he can't get it in his mouth. We also have twist tied that back tray, which he can work out of the crate as well. But he's doing much better today after a hard start. Just like anything else, you sometimes have a hard start to your day, and things get better as the day goes by. He also had a good visit with a neighbor, which he's never ever had before. Right? You had a good visit with Miss Hannah. Yes, you did. You had a good visit with Miss Hannah. Yes. And he even took food from her, which totally blew me away. So he barked a little bit at first, and then he walked right up to the car and And there he is with foster dad. They get along really well. And that started out hard too. I mean, Finn basically, well, he didn't attack him, but it was really close. Trying to be possessive of me and protect me. And they are just big buddies. So I just wanted to follow up with you because the day started out so hard and so frustrating, and and I just was like so hopeless in a way. Not hopeless, but just kind of worn out and frustrated and not feeling like I was getting anywhere. But don't give up before the miracle happens. That is my advice. I mean, it just feels like sometimes the miracle will never happen, but it doesn't come on your time. It comes in God's time, and I need to start, like, actually, instead of talking about that, I need to actually live it and take it on board. He also, y'all, is, this is a place command. So the command is to go to place, and I taught him that today, and he's picked it up, and he's actually executing the command each time. I'm so proud of him. So he's come a long way today after kind of a, burning the supper here, kind of a hard start with the situation with the crate, and just that, like, that, like, what are they called? Houdini hounds, or hound Houdinis. So just to follow up to let you know, it's been a great day. After about 7:30, things got really good from there. So have a good night, and I'll finish this vlog up and post it sometime tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. So okay, bye. More walkies. Thank heavens my neighborhood is fairly quiet during the day. I see sort of lots of kids at their houses, like, you know, on the back decks and taking breaks from their virtual schooling. Again, bad lighting, sorry about that. This vlog will never change totally from health and beauty and makeup and skincare, because that's kind of my primary love. And you know, it's just, let's just say it's part of me, so it's part of my vlogging. So now we are walking Mr. Norman. Norman does very well in general, whether he's on campus or whether he is here in the neighborhood. It is just a delight to walk him. So I just sort of look for him if there's any signs of maybe some overexcitement or something with him, that, like, here comes a car ahead of us and he just could not be. Well, he's a little bit interested because it's kind of loud with no muffler. But just looking for things that might need some gentle correction, but so far I don't really see anything. And we've had him now for, I think we're through the trial period, the 2-week trial period. So let's say we've had him for 2 weeks. I haven't really had to correct anything. He is a little bit over interested in dogs in the yard or dogs that are being walked by. I have to show you all. Look at this. Look. I don't know if you can see. Look how gorgeous this thicket is in the neighborhood. And then over here, I don't know if you can see, there is this creek that, the creek that runs through it. I don't know if you can see that. It's just the most gorgeous area of the neighborhood, that it's just like a little hidden area where I know it kind of looks like just beside the side of the road, but my camera doesn't have all the detail. It just looks like a magical thicket that just is like you'd expect to see. Oh, and then here's this this creek right here. The creek is the primary thing that makes it so charming. I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, the one thing I have noticed about Norman that we have to watch is that he's a poop eater. I never missed that. The first dog I ever had with my husband when we got married, her name was Sandy, and she was a German Shepherd mix, and she was like a lassie. What do you call it? Not a Sheltie, a collie. She was like a long-haired collie and shepherd mix, so she had the pattern, but she had really long hair, and that was really fun. She was interested in all things deer poop, dog poop, any kind of poop, rabbit poop, any kind of poop. She was really interested in that, and so the fun of having her eat poop was even more so. And so so he does that, and so we just have to watch for that. This sweet lady that pulled out in front of us with her dog on a, I don't know if you can see that. So he's sort of interested in that as I was talking. So you can hear he's interested in that. I'm not gonna correct that right this second because it's just friendly. He's just showing that he's interested. If it gets unbalanced, I'll go ahead and correct it. But at any rate, I think the positive, the silver lining in all of this busy training and new dogs in the family work is that I probably walk upwards of 5 miles a day. This walk around my neighborhood is almost exactly a mile. And it's like a kind of a big circle. It's like a giant P shape, you know, like a capital P. And so the benefit is that you stay in shape while you're working on balancing your dogs and training them with more sort of formal commands. And then here he is looking at the tree people. So he really loves people. I mean, that's one of the reasons we picked him to adopt him, is because that he loves people. He loves to flop down on them. He loves the attention, as I've said in other vlogs. But so anyway, he's looking at them. There's a lot going on down there, so he's interested, but that's appropriate. So I'm not going to do anything about it except for enjoy it. So so that's more of an update on Norman. He's doing very well. We're super lucky that we got him, and we really thank the Southeast German Shepherd Rescue for rescuing him. Okay, bye. This portion of the video is being voiced over by me because I had to remove the audio content of the video that we shot during this walk because the audio was so full of chainsaws and workmen shouting and trucks and tractors that it drowned out my delight and excitement in telling you that Finn has finally turned the corner, in that he can be around strangers, strange people, and not break down into a fear barking fit. Look how calm he is. He's just watching all these men. Now, Finn is not afraid of the tractors and the engines and the noise of the motors. He's afraid of the people, unfortunately. But he's made great ground, and we are so delighted in all the hard work that Finn has done in the almost month that we've had him. Thank you so much for watching, and look out for a new vlog next week.